Does Les Deux Alpes have some of the best night skiing in Europe? Hi, I'm Cameron and I make a load of ski content. So if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to go over night skiing in Les Deux Alpes and why I think it might be some of the best night skiing in Europe. So, night skiing is every Wednesday between the 24th of December to the 4th of March in the 2025 to 2026 season. This will be similar each year, starting late December and ending early March. It's located in the Vallée Blanche section opposite the main section of the Les Deux Alpes area. It has two runs. It has a green run called Vallée Blanche and then a red run called Vallée Blanche 2. Very original naming, I know. There is one lift that serves Vallée Blanche, the Vallée Blanche lift. As you can see, there's a bit of a naming pattern going on with all of this. This has a mix of chairs and gondolas. I'd recommend always getting in the gondolas because it's really cold at night and so you'll kind of freeze on the chairs. So it's really good to know the gondolas are there and you can stay slightly warmer in them. So getting to the Vallée Blanche night skiing, if you're not staying near the lift, you can get the free bus in Les Deux Alpes from pretty much anywhere. If you're near the centre, there's a lot of buses that run there. I'll put the map up now and then I'll also link the map in the description, as there's no point telling you what bus you should get because that completely depends on where you are in the village. So going over the actual skiing on the night skiing in Les Deux Alpes. So we'll start with the green run. The green run's very easy. You know, it's kind of for all abilities. I would say probably not for like complete novices because it's a green run, but it's not super easy. But you could defo do it if you're confident after doing your first day of skiing or snowboarding, but I still advise some caution. Again, going for snowboarders, it's a little flat in areas, but I wouldn't say it's too much of a problem. Again, I'm more of a skier than a snowboarder, so if you have a different thoughts, please let me know. It's also quite long, which is quite nice because it looks shorter than it actually is, but it kind of winds around quite a bit, which is really good. So moving on to the red run. The red run's actually really fun. It starts off quite mellow because it runs off the green run because you'll go down right to the green run or go straight on for the red run. Also, please don't make sure you go down the closed blue slope, which is in between these runs, as it's not lit normally and it's not open. So if you have an injury, it won't be covered under your ski pass or anything. The red run starts off quite mellow and it gets quite steep, and this is actually really fun. And when we went skiing in Les Deux Alpes on the Wednesday, it was snowing the whole time. So there was actually quite a lot of powder on the slopes, and combined with not a lot of people on the slopes, it was probably some of the best skiing we've done the whole time. The red run can be quite steep, so I wouldn't advise this for beginners or lower intermediates. If you're more of an intermediate skier, I'd say still take some caution. If you're comfortable doing the other reds in the resort, you should be fine. But if you're mainly a blue and green slope skier, I would advise against it or go with a more experienced friend. To get a ticket for the night skiing is actually included in your pass. So if you have a valid pass for the Wednesday, you have access to the night skiing. So you can ski from 9 AM anywhere on the mountain, and then from about 4:30 and 5 when they close the main list, the Vallée Blanche lift will run until 9 PM that night. I will advise that they sometimes do close the night skiing if there's bad conditions, in terms of like it's a big snowstorm and no one can see anything, or it's a whiteout, because you know, when it's a whiteout and it's dark, you truly cannot see anything. So is it that busy on the slopes? So we went outside of peak period, so this is the first week of January, so there wasn't any school trips, family trips or uni trips there, and it was honestly really quiet. It wasn't super warm, it was definitely colder than let's say about -10 degrees. So a lot of people were actually staying in the warm and weren't out for night skiing, so it was actually really nice and really quiet. But one thing I'd be careful of though is if you're going when the uni ski trips are on, a lot of the uni ski trips will just go to the bar around 3 or 4 and then have a few drinks and then hit night skiing. So you can have a lot of drunk people on those red slopes. So if you're with younger kids or a family or just don't want to deal with it, just bear that in mind because a lot of people will just do that. Again, this can be dangerous, but it's their choice, so just make sure you stay safe. Another thing, is there enough light on the slopes? I would say yes, however, 2 of the lights when we were skiing, one on the green run and one on the red run, were broken. So when you were skiing on this bit, it was a bit dark, but because obviously it's pitch black everywhere else, bar the lights, you can actually see more than you think. And if you're seeing any of the footage where it looks, oh, that's actually really dark, it's more that the Insta360 camera just can't pick it up that well. I've only got the X3. I imagine it's better with the newer cameras. But yeah, it's not as dark as it may appear. Again, it's not super bright, but just bear that in mind. Don't be too scared that it's dark. So why do I think the night skiing in Les Deux Alpes is some of the best in Europe? Again, I'm not going to compare it to the likes of Norway and Finland and Lapland, where the whole kind of point of going there is for the night skiing. I'm more going to compare it to European Alps. Again, you've got two very good runs for both abilities, you know, advanced beginner skiers, so that's the first thing. But my favourite bit about it was actually it had a bar towards the bottom of the red slope, which you can traverse across the green slope to get to as well. And they were playing live music there, the DJ. It was really cool. It was a really nice warm vibe inside, little alpine cabin. Also had a fire pit outside, which was really nice. And we sat around there and had a nice drink. I will note, if you sit around the fire though, your ski jacket and salopettes will smell of smoke. So you will need to wash these when you get home. Again, we went skiing on Wednesday, and for the rest of the holiday, it did smell like smoke. So just bear that in mind. So, I mean, if you have a spare jacket or anything, maybe wear that, but I take a second jacket, so just something to bear in mind. Yeah, it was a really nice vibe because you could ski for a bit, you can warm up inside, have a hot drink, or have a beer if you weren't too cold, and then go again. Yeah, it was just amazing. And because the slopes were just so quiet, and it's a red slope as well, so it's nice in advance, we all really enjoyed it. You could go pretty fast at night, and there's just something special about skiing at night. The main downside to the night skiing, it is on the Vallée Blanche side, which gets a lot of sun during the day. So a lot of the time, the snow can melt in the day and then freeze overnight. So if it's not been snowing recently, or it's been hot in the day but below freezing at night, the slopes can be quite icy. So do bear that in mind, as the slope conditions can vary. But most of the time, it's perfectly okay. Again, it's not going to be as good as the skiing at 3,000 meters during the day, but for skiing between just over 2,000 down to 1,600, it's pretty amazing. If you made it this far, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe, it means a lot. I haven't got that many subs, so please subscribe and help me out there. Yeah, if I've missed anything or you disagree with me, just let me know in the comments, and I'll add anything that I've missed. And yeah, any questions, let me know. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys.